the heavyweight champion, Tom Shea.
Keep moving, because last week I proved to the all state of Utah who the best damn wrestler is. Me! From day one, Manny Lemons was on top because he's the guy who owned the company. I got here by kicking ass and doing it my own way. I didn't need to be the boss of the company to get the title.
You can say anything about me owning the company, not giving people opportunities. Man, I'm here just like everyone else, fighting for a chance, fighting for an opportunity.
Manny, so you really trying to tell me everything here in DCW is a level playing field? Maybe old Tom Chad's right.
The #1 contendership for the DCW heavyweight title here tonight.
The devoted faithful here in strength tonight. Oh! What is MK doing out here? I mean, no one really is ever happy to see him, but oh, and look at that. They definitely are not working together. Oh, and now, come on. The right call made by our referee. There it is. Oh my gosh! Oh, Marlon is cleaning house. And I understand his anger, his frustration, but this is too much. It's Sunday morning in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and that can only mean one thing. DCW's Wrestling at the Gateway. Hello, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone. On behalf of all of DCW, thank you for bringing us into your homes this morning, and we have got one heck of a show. Today, we will see the core champion, Tombstone Jesus, defend his title against the awesome one, Joe Barton. Happy to have Tombstone back with us. We will hear from him later in the show. Additionally, in our main event, a Salt Lake City street fight between these two former tag team partners. Now, let's go to JV Vernola.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time the man, the brand, the king of the lemonade stand, Manny Lemons.
In the footage that we just saw, some very telling footage of the state of affairs right now in regards to the #1 contendership of the DCW heavyweight champion. The former champ himself, Manny Lemons, coming out to address the devoted faithful. I'm sure he's got something to say after suffering from the hands of Marlon Bishop, out of Marlon's own frustration with Matthew Robles.
Check. Marlon Bishop. You know something, brother? I wasn't avoiding you all week. I simply was tossing and turning, and I really just wanted to direct this beef out here in front of all the devoted. So Marlon Bishop, if you please, sir, would come to the ring at this time.
And this is why Manny Lemons is a stand-up guy, someone that we can all look up to, instead of falling into hearsay and what he said and she said and this, that, and the other. He wants to air it all out in front of the devoted faithful, let us all understand what's going on so we're all on the same page. Because, I mean, as much as one person holds the championship, it is the DCW championship, thus making it the championship of all the devoted faithful. So appreciate him taking care of this where we can all take part.
Look, Marlon, I know last week's tensions were pretty high, and it's really on me, man. I should know better. I know you as the person. I know you as the wrestler, and I should know that you would never, ever, ever have any business with that knockoff Gucci suit wannabe MK.
Literally the worst person in wrestling.
But I was tossing and turning, and I just simply couldn't live with the fact that I won the #1 contendership in that way. So what I'm doing here, Marlon, is I want to make this right, man. I want to make this right.
So what are you saying, Manny?
Marlon Bishop, what I am saying is here next week on Utah CW30, you and me, one more fight, make the best man win, and the winner is the new #1 contender for the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
I just get done singing his praises as a stand-up guy, and he goes ahead.
What do you got to say about that, my brother?
I say let's do it.
a man of few words this week after what happened last week, losing his cool and what at the time we thought was the number one contendership. Now Marlon Bishop has a chance to get that championship. Now, speaking of championships, I want to talk about the Devotional So Well Worldwide Infinity Championship. Hashtag not a real championship. However, it was defended and lost recently. And I want to go back to that footage because we're going to hear from the DSWWI champion here in just a second. Andrew So Well defeated Mean Mike 3 weeks ago to win back his unsanctioned title.
Of your Devotion So Well Championship, Andrew So Well.
Of course, Andrew So Well took an opportunity to kick Mean Mike while he's down. However, Harvey, Mean Mike's lawyer, stepped in and stepped up for Mean Mike. This led to an impromptu defense of his unsanctioned championship. While giving noogies and putting Harvey into a headlock, Andrew So Well was not aware that Mean Mike had entered the ring. And while Harvey was in chambers with the official, he was able to put him out, and Harvey got the 3 count.
Your new Devotion So Well Worldwide Infinity Champion, Harvey!
Earlier this week, Harvey contacted our producers and said he has a message he would like to deliver to Andrew So Well. Harvey, with Mean Mike, are standing by.
Hey, look, I've got to be honest. 3 weeks ago, I wasn't looking to win a title. I am not a wrestler. But Andrew brought it on, and he lost. Listen, I don't want to keep this flippin' thing. I'd have to rename it the Andrew All-Well title. But, you know, all he's got to do is ask for it back. Just a very simple apology will do. A very simple apology from a very simple man.
I, for one, think that Harvey makes a fantastic DSWWWIC title holder, but it takes a lot to get Andrew So Well to apologize and concede to anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, Andrew So Well.
I am inevitable.
It would appear that Andrew So Well has heard the message from the DSWWW. I am just sick of saying that. IC title holder. And it's up to him whether or not he will apologize. I mean, I'm just gonna, if I were a betting man, if there were odds on this in Vegas, the money would definitely be on Andrew So Well not apologizing, but he does love that championship, so I'm sure he is a conflicted man at this time. Let's see what he's got to say.
3 weeks ago, yes, Grandpa Hardly, because he's hardly a man.
He is his own biggest fan, that's for sure.
I am funny, thank you.
And going through puberty, maybe. We don't know.
He embarrassed me in front of my friends, my family, and more importantly, all of my fellow devoted ones.
Oh, he doesn't care about the devoted faithful. Come on.
Well, tell you what, Hardly. I'm willing to come out here and fight you mano a mano to get back my legitimate championship. And I'll tell you what, there is a handicap also. You're old and I am injured. You don't believe me? Fine.
What? No, he's showing a knee brace. Okay, whew, I thought we were going to see another sort of injury that no one wanted to see.
No, it's a legit injury.
But that could be a legit injury, I'm not sure.
So Hardly, bring your raggedy rear end down here.
So, an apology asked for and an ultimatum delivered in return. Now, yeah, folks, we know this music. We know the man walking out right now. We last saw him viciously take down the brother Smith. Before that, he was destroying Tombstone Jesus in a vicious match. And Andrew Sowell is so confident in regaining the DSW-WWIC. He's assuming that Harvey's coming out to some Denver-style hip-hop. I mean, come on, man. This guy is a whole other sort of stupid. And that's what's crazy about it. He's not stupid. His ego is just so big, it outweighs any intelligence he has, and runs smack dab into the Monster Zero. The bell has already rung, and Andrew Sowell trying to use his powers of circumlocution, but it's the hypnotic powers of Filter that sucks him in, and he is feeling the wrath of Filter right off the bat. Filter hasn't been here with DCW for very long, but in the short time that he has, it has been a path of destruction right through the locker room. And it looks like Andrew Sowell is going to be the next to fall in the wake of that path. Filter now with a monster elbow drop right to the heart of Andrew Sowell. Filter, a 6'9", 333 former amateur wrestler. He can beat you on his feet as well as on the mat. In the corner now, not a place I would want to be were I, Andrew Sowell. Oh, and a chop, you could just hear it, and look at the pain stretched across the face of Andrew Sowell. The fans want another one. This is one time you might actually hear him behind Filter, but Sowell able to catch the chop and sadly try and return one in return, and second falls more than flat. Followed up with a headbutt from Filter. Filter saying, "This is it. What are we gonna see?" Oh, Andrew Sowell catches him in a head scissors, is able to come out of it, and then comes in with a lariat that is not going to do it for Filter. Filter asks for one more and gives him a running back elbow for his troubles. Andrew Sowell, I mean, he looks out at this point. Filter. Oh, I thought he was going to go for a pin too, but instead now just clubbing away at the forehead of Andrew Sowell. This time goes for the pin, and that's it, folks. Filter continuing his streak of domination and destruction here in Devotion Championship Wrestling. Is there anyone out there that can stand up to the Monster Zero? Tonight, Tombstone Jesus is back in action after being injured from his last encounter with Filter. I want to revisit that match right now. Going back to August 16th, Filter answered an open challenge made by Tombstone Jesus. And Filter, right off the bat, showed what his intentions were. And that was not to actually beat Tombstone Jesus for the core title, but instead to inflict as much pain as possible and break every rule along the way. Viciously taking out our junior senior official, Max Larson, and then coming down on top of Tombstone Jesus. Being disqualified from the match did not stop Filter. This led Tombstone Jesus to sit out of competition for a few weeks, but he is back, and he's got something to say to Filter.
Hey, big boy, Filter, you made a big mistake. You didn't kill the cowboy. You left me breathing, son. Huge mistake. You know why? 'Cause I'm hunting for a piece of your hide. Tonight, they booked me against Bruce Wayne's. I'll focus on him. When that business is done, I'm taking revenge out on your ass, son.
The following contest is set for one fall and is for the Devotion Championship Wrestling Core Championship. Introducing first the challenger from North Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 215 pounds, representing the Black Horseman, the awesome one, Joe Barton.
Joe Barton, a former trainer for the combat division of the Army, followed in tow by the lead rider of the Black Horseman, Bruce Wayans. Always a factor in any match for the Black Horsemen is who they bring out with them to the ring. Let's keep our eyes on the final boss tonight, as the awesome one, Joe Barton, looks to take away the reign of the core championship from Tombstone Jesus. Since our television, Bruce Wayans has got the $1,000 that he stole from Chango a couple of episodes ago.
And his opponent from Provo Canyon, weighing in at 234 pounds of mountain metal muscle, he is the reigning and defending DCW Core Champion, Tombstone Jesus!
We are glad to have the Mountain Metal Messiah back here with us. Tombstone Jesus has had quite a run with the Core Championship, only having lost it and then quickly regained it from Sim Bodhi. He has definitely put his stamp on that title, and it's one that has been memorable. No doubt about that at all. And right off the bat, look at that. Bruce Wayans getting involved in a match that he's not participating in. Oh, yeah. And here comes Joe Barton from behind, taking advantage of the distraction made by the final boss. Oh gosh, that's a field goal right there. Yeah, that's devastating. Right off the bat, the awesome one, Joe Barton, taking advantage of what I can only imagine is a still recuperating Tombstone Jesus. Our senior official, John Utah Godfrey, out here enforcing the laws today. Again, always a task when the Black Horsemen are involved. Oh, good night. No, don't. No, come on. Oh, our official checking to see if, look at his, oh gosh, it's not supposed to do that. Oh, as I said earlier, Joe Barton, a master of the mat. He knows multiple styles of submission martial arts employed in MMA. Now working a modified version of the Aikido Nikyo and transitions into a hammerlock. Beautifully done, but Tombstone Jesus able to power through and reverses into a hammerlock of his own. The effects of the hammerlock visible on his face. Into a sit-out jawbreaker goes Joe Barton, and right back in to working that wrist. And right here, this shows the mat intelligence, the submission intelligence. When was the last time you saw a coil lock here in a wrestling ring? Well done by Joe Barton, and Tombstone Jesus trying to position himself over to the rope to get a break. And look at that, Bruce Wayans pulling on the ropes so that Tombstone Jesus can't get it. I mean, come on. Wait, Chango out of nowhere with the left cross. And this allows Tombstone Jesus to go for the schoolboy 3. That's it, folks. Tombstone Jesus retains, and Chango gets his cash back.
DCW Core Champion, Tombstone Jesus!
An unlikely compatriot in Chango, but Chango goes up against Porter Blake next, and we caught up with him earlier today.
Chango Bronson, I have known you for over 2 years. We have fought each other. We were even brothers in arms long before we stepped inside the dojo here in Salt Lake City. And yet you of all people want to worry about $1? You of all people want to have a street fight? because I laid you out like the dog you are? I thought you thought differently than that, Chango. I thought you preferred breaking bones and putting on a show. I was expecting a submission match or no holds barred, but a street fight? That's what you want, Chango? That's exactly what you'll get. And don't come crawling back to me when I put you down again.
The following contest is a Salt Lake City street fight. There are no rules. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Introducing first, from the Zhao Dojo, weighing in at 210 pounds, Juren Porter Blake.
The last time we saw Porter Blake go up against his once good friend, Chango, Porter ended things with a nunchuck. And it boggles my mind because Porter Blake is one of the most dangerous men in the ring, in the bounds of the rules. He doesn't need to go to these lengths to exact his power. He's got the power, he's got the intelligence, he's got all the tools, but yet, for some reason, he goes down this road that it's gross. It really is. He has the Zhao standard with him and ends into all that the claw style reigns. And so far, I mean, if we're not looking at wins and losses, if we're just looking at destruction, damage, chaos, then yeah, the Zhao style is by far superior to most.
And his opponent, from the Madhouse, weighing in at 233 pounds, the Mad Showman, Chango S. Bronson.
Now, I can understand Chango wanting or requesting, as Blake said he did, this street fight. Because if Porter Blake is going to bring... Oh, see, there they are. Yep. He's got him again. If he's going to bring him into the ring, we might as well make him legal, right? I mean, if you're going to do what you want to do, let's at least do it in the bounds of some similitude of rules. Again, no disqualifications in this match, no holds barred. Anything goes. And right now, Porter Blake realizing that even with nunchucks, perhaps Chango too dangerous of a foe to take on right off the bat at full strength. Chango waiting for Blake to get in the ring. Pacing. This seems to be, I don't know, this is not the Chango that we've seen in the past, the Mad Showman. I mean, this guy he seems determined and ready to prove a point. Now chasing Blake. Oh, and around the pillar, met by a blow to the abdomen, and now just putting boots to Chango off of the apron, the second hardest part of the ring after the ring post. Chango coming back, delivering a shot to the temple, getting Porter Blake back in the ring, and right off the bat, repeated knees to the guts and a neck-hanging tree overhead suplex. Oh my gosh! For this being a street fight, these guys are pulling out some pretty technical wrestling. A front kick to the chest from Chango puts Blake into the corner, then tossed back over to the other. It seems like Chango's game plan here, his strategy is ring-based. It is not getting out and messing around outside of the ring, which is definitely legal in this. Oh, and a rake of the eyes, which there are, I mean, can't be DQ'd for. Double underhook suplex from Porter Blake, matching the technical prowess of Chango. And now just putting boots and fists right into the head And Blake ties up Chango's hands while stomping a hole right into the chest. Oh boy. But as we saw in his match with Joe Barton, Chango can be extremely dangerous from a supine position. So Blake has got to be careful. Oh, there he goes, right into an armbar. And now Blake with an S grip. No, it's a Gable grip. Holding on to the rope. Again, the rope break doesn't apply here as there's no disqualification. It's broken. He's broken the grip. But now Blake rolls him over to... Oh, Chango kicks back into the straight armbar. And again, Blake is able to stall with that Gable grip. But the Black Horseman coming in. Obviously, Bruce Wayans taking umbrage that the money was taken away from him. But now, Blake there's no disqualification. This is a street fight. And Blake calling out to his former tag team partner, Bruce Wayans. They were the Knights of Wrestling, setting up what was their devastating finishing maneuver, an assisted Zao down. Oh, gosh. Porter Blake, along with the Black Horseman, laying waste to Chango. Blake goes in for the pin. 2. And that's it, folks. Like it or not, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Porter Blake.
Blake taking advantage of the animosity between Bruce Wayans, the Black Horseman, and Chango, turning it into his advantage. I mean, again, that's why Blake is so dangerous. He is always looking for a way to capitalize. And now, I mean, the match is over, but Blake is looking to send a message. Chango gets up to take his strike. Oh my gosh. Right to the back of the head. Chango's out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bringing us into your homes on this Sunday morning. And until next time, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.
Collar and Elbow was founded on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. This is our company. This is our brand. For all of us who love wrestling, it belongs to us.